Welcome to Math Contest Drills for Filipino Kids. In this presentation, let us show the solution to MTAP 2024 Elimination Round for Grade 9 students. This is part 3 of 5 parts, numbers 21 to 30. Let us begin with question number 21. Simplify the following expressions. 2x cubed times y raised to the negative 4 over 2y raised to negative 3 times x squared. Here is our solution. Let us express the expression without negative exponents. Then we have 2x cubed times 2y raised to the third power all over y raised to the fourth power times x squared. In the numerator, we have 8x cubed times 8y cubed, and then we have x squared y raised to the fourth power. Then we have x cubed over x squared is x, and then y cubed over y raised to the fourth power is 1 over y. So for our final answer, we have 8 times 8, 64x over y. Number 22. Rationalize and simplify. 2 plus square root of 2 all over 5 minus square root of 2. For our solution, we're going to multiply both the numerator and denominator of the given expression by the conjugate of the denominator, which is 5 plus square root of 2. So we have 2 plus square root of 2 over 5 minus square root of 2 times 5 plus square root of 2 over 5 plus square root of 2. In the numerator, we have 2 times 5, that's 10. 2 times square root of 2, and then 5 times square root of 2, and then square root of 2 times square root of 2 is 2. In the denominator, we have 5 squared minus square root of 2 squared. Simplifying, we have 10 plus 2 is 12. 2 plus 5 is 7, so we have 7 square root of 2 over 23. Number 23. For which value of x greater than 2 do we have that the sum x and 5 times its reciprocal is greater than 5? Here is our solution. We have x plus 5 times its reciprocal, so we have x plus 5 times 1 over x is greater than 5. Multiplying all terms by x, we have x squared plus 5 greater than 5x. So we have x squared minus 5x plus 5 is greater than 0. Values of x for this inequality are all values or real numbers less than the smaller root of the quadratic expression in the left-hand side, or all values of x that is greater than the larger root of the quadratic expression on the left-hand side of the inequality. Using the quadratic formula, then x, since we're looking for all values of x greater than 2, then we will get all the positive values, x greater than negative of negative 5, that will be positive 5, plus the square root of negative 5 squared, that's 25, minus 4 times the coefficient of x squared, that's 1, times the constant term, which is 5, so we have 20, all over 2 times the coefficient of x squared, which is 1. So we have all values of x greater than 5 plus the square root of 5 over 2. Number 24. A meter stick casts a shadow of 4/3 meters. At the same time, how high is a building next to the stick if the shadow is as long as a basketball court, which is 28 meters? For our solution, we're going to use similar triangles. For the first right triangle, we have a meter stick which casts a shadow of 4/3 meters. Then, next to it is a building that casts a shadow of 28 meters. Let h be the height of the building. So we have 1 over 4/3 is equal to h over 28 meters. Then by cross multiplication, we have h is equal to 28 over 4/3. Then we have h is equal to 28 times 3 over 4. And this is equal to 21. 28 over 4 is 7 times 3 is 21. Hence, the building is 21 meters high. 25. An isosceles trapezoid has bases of length 6 and 12. If the length of the legs is 5, what is the area of the trapezoid? For our solution, let us draw a diagram showing the given trapezoid. So we have an isosceles trapezoid with bases 6 and 12. The legs are 5 units long. To solve for the area of the trapezoid, we need to know the altitude or the height of the trapezoid. And since this is an isosceles trapezoid, then we have equal angles on the bases of the trapezoid. Hence, the lower leg of the trapezoid will be divided into segments that are 6 units, 3 units, and 3 units. That's a total of 12. Since the altitude is perpendicular to the base of the trapezoid, then we have right triangle with hypotenuse 5 and a shorter leg of 3. Then by Pythagorean triple, we know that the right triangle would have the lengths 5, 3, and 4 units. So the height of the trapezoid is 4 units. Then we can solve for the area. Area is equal to 1/2 the sum of the bases, that is 6 plus 12 times the height. And this is equal to 1/2 times 18 times 4. 18 over 2 is equal to 9. Then we have 9 times 4, that is 36 square units. 26. The diagonals of a rhombus have lengths 4 and 6. What is the perimeter of the rhombus? For our suggested solution, let us draw a diagram showing the given rhombus. We know that in a rhombus, the diagonals bisect each other. So, if the shorter leg, the shorter diagonal is 4 and the longer diagonal is 6, then the shorter diagonal is divided into two equal segments that are 2 units each. And the longer diagonal is divided into 2 equal segments that are 3 units each. Another information that we know is that the diagonals of a rhombus are perpendicular to each other. Now, let x be the length of one side of the rhombus. Since this is a right triangle, we have x is equal to the square root of 2 squared plus 3 squared. And this is equal to square root of 13. And since we're looking for the perimeter of the rhombus, and the rhombus has 4 equal sides, then the perimeter is equal to 4 times the length of each side, which is square root of 13. So we have 4 square root of 13 units. Number 27. Given that MTAP is a kite and MT is equal to x minus 3, TA equals y plus 3, AP equals 2x minus 13, and PM is equal to 3y minus 15, find the value of x plus y. For our solution, since MTAP or MTAP is a kite, by definition, we have two distinct pair of adjacent sides that are equal. So we have MT is congruent to PM and TA is congruent to AP. From this congruence, we have MT is equal to PM. Then we have x minus 3 is equal to 3y minus 15. We're writing this equation into a linear equation in two variables. We have x minus 3y is equal to negative 15 plus 3, that's negative 12. Let this be our equation 1. Also, we have TA is equal to AP. Then we have y plus 3 is equal to 2x minus 13. Then we have y is equal to 2x minus 16. Let this be our equation 2. Solving these two equations simultaneously and substituting equation 2, the value of y, to the equation 1, then we have x minus 3 times y, which is 2x minus 16, is equal to negative 12. Solving for x, we have x minus 6x plus 48 is equal to negative 12. X minus 6x is negative 5x. Then we have negative 12 minus 48, that is negative 60. Dividing both sides by negative 5, we get x is equal to 12. Substituting x equals 12 to equation 2, then we have y is equal to 2 times 12 minus 16. Then that is 24 minus 16, then y is equal to 8. Therefore, x plus y is equal to 12 plus 8, that is 20. Number 28. A rectangular garden requires 64 meters of fence. If the dimensions of the garden have a ratio 3 to 1, find the area of the garden. For our suggested solution, let L be the length of the garden and W be the width of the rectangular garden. Then the area is equal to length times the width. Now, if the fencing material is 64 meters, this is also equal to the perimeter of the rectangular garden, which is 64. And if the perimeter is 64, then the sum of the length and width is half of 64. So we have L plus W is equal to 32. And since the length and the width has the ratio 3 to 1, therefore L is equal to 3 times W. Substituting L is equal to 3W to L plus W equals 32, we have 3W plus W equals 32. Therefore, 4W is equal to 32. Dividing both sides by 4, we have width is equal to 8. And since L plus W, that is L plus 8, is equal to 32, then L is equal to 24. Hence, the area is equal to 8 times 24. This is equal to 192. So the area of the garden is 192 square meters. 29. A man spotted an airplane with an angle of elevation of 30 degrees. Suppose that he has information that the plane is 15 kilometers away. At what altitude is the plane? For our solution, let us draw a diagram representing the information from the problem. So we have an angle of elevation of 30 degrees, and the man knows that the plane is 15 kilometers away. We're looking for the altitude. Hence, if we have a right triangle, the altitude is that side of the right triangle opposite to the angle of elevation, which is 30 degrees. And since this is a 30, 60, 90 degree triangle, then 15 kilometers is equal to square root of 3 times x. Because the longer leg in a 30, 60, 90 degree triangle is square root of 3 times the shorter leg, or that leg opposite 30 degrees. Dividing both sides by square root of 3, we have x is equal to 15 over square root of 3. And rationalizing the denominator, we have 15 is square root of 3 over 3, or this is equal to 5 is square root of 3 kilometers. Number 30. The hypotenuse of triangle sun is SU equals 60 centimeters long. Find the length of the legs if sine angle U is equal to 4/5. For our solution, let us draw the right triangle SUN, where SU is the hypotenuse. And SU is equal to 60. Now, sine function angle U is equal to 4/5, and we know that sine function angle U is the ratio between the side opposite angle U and the hypotenuse, which is SU. And since sine function U is 4/5, and we know that SU is equal to 60, then we have the side SN over 60. Hence, SN is equal to 60 times 4 over 5. And this is equal to 48 units, or 48 centimeters. Since Sn is equal to 48, then solving for Un, we can use the Pythagorean theorem. Un is equal to the square root of 60 squared minus 48 squared. 60 squared is equal to 3,600. And 4080 squared is 2,304. So we have a square root of 1,296. Therefore, UN is equal to 36. The legs of right triangle SUN are 48 centimeters and 36 centimeters. That will be all. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe for more math contest drills for Filipino kids videos.